Hey everyone, this is Robin Graves, and I'm your host for World According to Graves. It has been a little while. It's been, 2.5 weeks, I think. I needed to take a break. Believe me, the stupid was getting to me. If you guys seen the last episode, you'd understand what I was, pretty much I was ready to punch something, and let me get a little sippage here, a little Diet Pepsi. I don't care if they come talk to me or not. I'm not a screw it. Burp. Anyway, I had no mic, no movies. Uh, we'll get to that later on. Give me a few days. Um, I have I had a big production set up for this. I had a bunch of notes. It would have been 2 hours worth of this. I had to compress down to 30 minutes. I decided at the last minute. I think the best idea would be me just talking to you guys. Because, I mean, that's why I said this is set up the way it is. It's just for me to talk to you. And I think I lost that at one point. Somewhere down the line, I lost the whole concept of what I wanted to do here. I didn't want to sit here. Let me get comfortable here. Jeez, need a new chair. I didn't want to sit here and preach at anybody. And that's kind of what it turned into. I'm sitting here telling you all the news, preaching at you, telling you what to believe. And I thought, about 5 minutes before I got started here, I'm not going to do that today. We're going to talk. We're going to talk about what I'm seeing, what is going on, how I'm seeing this. Right now, I mean, as it stands right now, yeah, we've got riots, we've got people protesting. If somebody farts sideways, you got a group of protesters rioting, burning down a Wendy's. It's gotten really dumb. It got stupid fast. I think it got stupid about probably the third day all this shit was happening. Excuse me. Who cares if that's COVID cough? We're going to talk about that too, COVID 19, in just a minute. But I want to get this introduction out of the way. Um, a lot of people out, a lot of you out there have got this idea that I'm not going to say who. Once I start talking, you're going to figure this out. You got this idea that if somebody doesn't think exactly like you, they're wrong. They're sick in the head. If I don't sit here and praise BLM and support the rioting, it's not protesting people, it's rioting, that I'm a racist. If I don't go and wear a mask everywhere I go, that I don't care about people and I'm selfish. If I don't sit here and agree with everybody that COVID 19 is a deadly plague, then my head's in the ground. Well, let's start with number one first. Um, I don't agree with the protesting, the rioting. Um, it's what message are you people trying to get across? You're a bunch of thugs. Is that what it is? No, I don't approve of BLM. I don't like their methods. I don't like the fact that they're taking money from a foreign source. I don't appreciate the fact that your so-called creator is a socialist. She even said on a news program she is a trained socialist. Now, if you want to be a socialist, go to some fucking socialist country. Don't stay here and force it down my throat, pal. I don't like it. I'm not going to take it. Believe me, if this place, as America becomes socialist and as a revolution happens, I'm shooting a gun. Believe me, and I don't fucking miss. BLM. I don't join or approve or subscribe or even interested in participating in any organizations out there like BLM, KKK, neo Nazis, Black Panthers, new Black Panthers, old Black Panthers, angry brown kitties, new Republicans. I don't care. I don't care what your little organization is, because every organization like that caters to the lowest common denominator. See, today I was online. I was I thought I was going to have a nice conversation with somebody, and somebody put up this post about this black woman holding up a sign saying we're not like our ancestors. We will kill Whitey. I made a comment. Bring it on. I am all of a sudden being lectured about how no, they're only talking to racists. They're only talking to racists. Well, according to every black person out there that's involved in this shit, I'm a racist because I'm Caucasian. I'm not brown skinned. I'm not black. I'm light skinned. So I'm the enemy. Let me explain something to a lot of you out there. They're out there praising BLM and saying that the we white people are in trouble. We're this, that, the other. I got news for you. My family never had slaves. My family were never rich enough to even own property till about the 60s. Maybe the 70s. Okay? My family came from Scotland and Germany in pre-World War One era, about early 1900s. Well, actually, my grandfather came over in 1898 is when my grandfather came over. My other grandfather didn't come over here till 1910. Okay, as small children. But the rest of my family who were here in America already at the time were Apache Indian. Okay, now you black people out there want to talk about, well, all you white people had slaves. We were slaves. You owe us. Let me explain something to you people. My family, the descendants that I had, they're here in America. They're from America. We're Apache Indian. You were slaves. My family were victims of genocide. Do you understand what genocide means? That means wiping out an entire race. They were survivors of an attempted genocide. So were almost every other Native American nation in America. We were decimated, man, woman, and child. Our the culture was taken from them. There's not many alive to understand what culture they are or what their culture is. All they know is that they're treated like garbage. Yeah, they were given lands. Yes, they were. And you're throwing things you want reparations. You didn't earn reparations. None of you did. Your descendants did. Not you. You're owed nothing. My descendants, Native American descendants I had, yeah, they're given lands, the most godforsaken places on earth, and they're still suffering. They still know nothing about their heritage. They are not allowed to know. So cry me a fucking river, why don't you? Tell me how bad your life is. Your life is what you make it. My life is what I made it. There was no white privilege with me. You guys want to sit there and complain about white privilege? Well, I'll tell you what. You say your excuse for this is because, well, look at all the white people in government. Yeah. Let's also look at all the black people in government, all the Latino people in government, all the currently Mideastern people in government. You want somebody in government? You want to put where did you find somebody who's your race who will actually try to get an education to do this? I know I don't have an education to be in government. I don't want to be in government. I can care less about being a politician. Come to tell the truth, a lot of people can care less. You had a black president. My God, the leader of the free world, and you're talking about how everybody's racist, this institutional racism. Yeah, some of you have problems with police. Not all police are bad. I know a lot of good cops. Believe me. I know a hell of a lot of good ones. And you talk about how you're being terrorized by the police. I have been terrorized by cops. And I'm white, according to everybody. Back in 1998. No, it was 2008, excuse me. So much has gone on, okay? Just bear with me. Back in 2008 on Dewey Avenue in Poto, Oklahoma, just right between Poto Pets and a convenience store. There's a 1-block area there. I ran out of gas in my vehicle. The gas gauge wasn't working, so I drifted into the parking lot of the pet shop. Got out, got a gas can out of the back of my Jeep, was going to walk up to the filling station, get a gallon of gas, put it in my Jeep, and drive the Jeep to a filling station and fill up. I'm carrying this gas can. I get halfway there. 2 Poto cops, pull over, get out of their car, and beat the shit out of me. They beat me to the friggin' ground. You know what they told me? The whole time I'm doing it. You long-haired faggot hippies need to get out of our town. Did I mention one of the cops was a black cop? Did I mention that? So you know what? You're not the only one. Don't feel pregnant. I've actually had cops try to frame me for having drugs in my vehicle. Good thing I caught them that night when they were planting them in my vehicle in my driveway. After they left, I took them out, flushed them down the toilet. Next day they stopped me, had a drug dog. They were ready for me. Couldn't find anything. Held me for 2 hours, tearing my vehicle to pieces, questioning me, drilling me, screaming and yelling at me, and threatening me. So you want to talk about how cops threaten you all the time? I've been there. I'm not going to blame every cop for it. Just like I'm not going to blame every black person for being members of BLM. Just because I'm not going to sit there and say, well, this black guy over here assaulted me the other night, so all you people are fucking guilty for it. No, I can't do that. Just like I can't blame people for trying to eradicate the Native American heritage I have, my descendants that were Native American. I can't blame the people today for what happened in the 1800s. It makes no sense. So far, all I've seen is how I owe you reparations. How? How do I owe you reparations? Please tell me. Today, I was actually threatened online by a black person because I made the comment, I don't subscribe to BLM. They cater to the lowest common denominator. My life was threatened online again. What message does this give? If BLM is not doing anything or saying anything to these people that are claiming to be BLM, which a lot of people out there are saying, well, they're not BLM. They sure claim to be. They're out here rioting, burning down black-owned businesses. But they're not part of BLM, but they're saying they're BLM, but they're not BLM. Why is BLM not condemning this? Why? Well, a BLM leader in New York is talking about if we don't get what we want, we're going to burn the country down. But BLM's not violent, but they're threatening to burn the country down if they don't get what they want. But they're not violent. You know, make up your minds out there, folks. Please make up your minds, or somebody's going to make them up for you. There's been a lot of talk that this is the beginnings of the Second Civil War. This is something I never wanted to see in my lifetime. Period. I don't like violence. I hate violence. You know, violence is never an answer. Violence begets more violence. Congratulations, protesters, or rioters, or peaceful people, whatever you're calling yourselves these days. You kicked up a sandstorm you don't need. None of us do. Now, before I go off anymore, I can go into this for hours. Let's go move on to COVID-19. I said I'd never do another broadcast about COVID-19, but I've got to say something. I've been approached and to be involved with a documentary about the fallacies of COVID-19 and how the media has led us to be a panicked nation. I want to address a few things. COVID-19 right now in America has a 98.7% survival rate. So all of you out there that are screaming, yelling at people like me who aren't wearing a mask, how I'm selfish and I'm this, I'm that, I'm the other. No, I'm realistic. I had COVID-19. The only cure for COVID-19, there's not going to be a vaccine. It's not going to be a viable vaccine. You don't have vaccines for viruses. Okay? Otherwise, the common cold would have been gone. AIDS would be gone. SARS would be gone. There's no cure. A virus does one thing, and it does it very damn well, and that's invade your body. It's a tiny little minuscule little thing. You don't even know if it's alive. Okay, we don't know if it's a substance or a living thing. It has proof of both. That it invades your body and causes all kinds of havoc. Now I've had COVID-19. I had it back in April. I was told because I have heart problems and I'm diabetic that I would die. Let me tell you how bad it was. It was terrible. I had a low-grade fever. Oh my God. I thought it was an allergy I had. It was during allergy seasons. I thought I was having allergy attacks. Nope, it's COVID. Missed out on my allergy attacks. That's how I was looking forward to it for some strange reason. But nope, turned out to be COVID-19, and I was diagnosed. I was diagnosed by symptom only. So, people like me can't wear masks. It causes anxiety problems. I put on a mask, I have anxiety attacks. But I'm going to be getting more into this probably tomorrow when I do another one of these. I wanted you guys to know I'm still alive. Right now, I'm running low on time. I wanted to put this out just to say hello. I'm back. So, I'll catch you people later. You guys be good to one another. Humanity first. I started that, and I mean every word of it. Humanity first. Love every one of you. Talk hard.